Hello everyone, I'm Jim Rohn, and today I invite you to step into a hidden corner of human psychology that you may have never noticed. Have you ever met someone who always seems indifferent, as if losing you is no big deal, but then quietly regrets it when you're no longer around? That is exactly the avoidant attachment style. People who are both mysterious and full of contradictions. They push you away, build up a cold wall, but what lies behind it? An empty heart, or simply a fear of abandonment they dare not admit? In this video, I will reveal the real reason why they behave this way. Why do they pretend not to care, yet silently regret it when the relationship falls apart? What is it in their mind that makes them want closeness but fear connection? You will find the answer along with signs to recognize this type of person. It could be a friend, a relative, or even yourself. And more importantly, I will share how to deal with them without falling into an emotional spiral. If you want to understand more deeply about avoidant attachment and the secrets behind it, don't take your eyes off this video. I promise you'll be surprised by what you discover. Hit that subscribe button now to continue this fascinating psychological decoding journey with me. Get ready, because we're about to dive deep into an emotional world you never expected. The first reason they behave this way is because they have been conditioned to hide their emotions for a very long time. This starts from childhood, when caregivers did not meet their emotional needs. As a result, they gradually build an invisible wall, a type of attachment that psychologists call avoidant. This wall not only helps them block unwanted emotions from the outside, but also locks them tightly inside, like a sealed box that no one is allowed to open. So, whenever an unpleasant emotion arises, such as regret, you'll never see them express it outwardly. They will try every way to suppress it, like a soldier carefully guarding their inner fortress. They don't speak out, not because they don't feel it, but because if they did, they would have to confront their own vulnerability, something they fear more than anything else. Imagine this: you could be the brightest light in their life, and deep down they know that. But no matter how much they regret losing you, they still choose silence. Not because they don't care, but because showing emotion means tearing down the protective shell they worked so hard to build. Small signs may appear here and there, but don't expect them to openly admit it. That's an inner battle they silently endure alone. The second reason: they are obsessed with controlling everything around them. For them, control is not just a habit, it's a defense mechanism. They don't want real emotions to rise up, because emotions always come with uncertainty, and uncertainty is what makes them feel most insecure. Expressing regret, admitting mistakes, or speaking of missing you all means stepping into an emotional territory they cannot control. They cannot predict your response, cannot ensure things will go the way they want, and that makes them feel lost, out of control. So instead of facing that regret, they choose to hide it, suppress it, and pretend nothing happened, because when they don't say anything, they still have control over the situation in their own way, at least in their minds. They would rather live in the pretense of being okay than step out of their comfort zone and face the pain. And the paradox is, the more they suppress their emotions, the more they nurture their regret in silence, yet never dare to let it show. Reason number 3. They are always hoping you will come back to pursue them. They silently expect that you will be the one to break the silence, the one to take the initiative to reconnect, and once again step into their closed-off world. The reason for this is not because they want to take advantage of you, but because they have become too accustomed to you always being the one who tries to mend things. Throughout the relationship, you constantly showed love, patience, and commitment, even sometimes suppressing your own emotions just to keep everything peaceful. You tried to avoid situations that would make them withdraw, go silent, or become distant, just so they wouldn't feel insecure. But unfortunately, they do not see your actions as a sign of genuine love. Instead, they take it as proof that you will always come back, no matter how they behave. This causes them to build an illusion that you are still there, still willing to return, still willing to take the initiative to hold on to the relationship. And it is this very illusion that becomes a shield to help them avoid facing feelings of regret. Whenever longing or emptiness rises, they tell themselves that sooner or later you will show up, so they don't need to do anything. Don't need to express emotions, don't need to apologize or change. Even when you don't reach out, it confuses them, but they still try to act confident, still wait for a call, a message, just to soothe the fear that they have truly lost you. They don't say it, but deep down, they always hope you will be the one to bridge the distance, so that they don't have to confront their own regret. Reason number 4. The reason people with avoidant attachment seem to show no regret is because they deliberately keep themselves busy to avoid their inner emotions. As soon as feelings of emptiness or regret begin to surface, they immediately throw themselves into other activities to distract their minds. They go out more, hang out with friends, plan a busy schedule, or even start a new relationship. Not because they've moved on from you, but to avoid facing the pain of losing you. The truth is, they don't actually process those emotions, they just cover them up with external things. They choose to temporarily fill the void instead of sitting down and reflecting on what they have lost, how they feel, or what they need to do to make things right. They fear silence, because in that silence the suppressed emotions will resurface, and they don't want to face themselves. So they do everything they can to escape the feeling of regret, instead of accepting and processing it in a healthy way. They may appear cheerful, busy, seemingly enjoying life, but inside, they are trying to run away from their true emotions. This is not a temporary thing. For avoidant individuals, they have been used to handling emotions this way since childhood. When their feelings were not heard, they learned to ignore them, and now they continue to repeat that pattern in adult relationships. They are good at pretending to be okay to the point that sometimes they even believe it themselves. But the regret doesn't go away. It's merely postponed, and the longer they run from it, the more it grows silently inside. But instead of healing, they choose to stay busy, so they don't have to feel anything at all. The final reason, and also the deepest fear of someone with avoidant attachment, is the fear of rejection. The idea of reaching out to you, admitting their mistakes, and expressing regret is incredibly terrifying to them. Not only because they fear being ignored or hearing cold words from you, but also because it would mean exposing their vulnerability, something they always try to avoid. In their mind, the worst scenario is opening up, saying everything they've kept inside, only to be met with a definitive reply like, "It's too late now." For others, that might be a simple rejection. But for the avoidant person, it's a heavy blow to their self-esteem, making them feel weak, lost, and stripped of the sense of control they desperately cling to. So, to avoid that scenario, they would rather remain silent. They'd rather let you think they're indifferent and cold than risk getting hurt again. They choose silence as a suit of armor, so no one can see the softness within. And you need to understand this. You cannot control whether they feel regret or whether they have the courage to come back and express it. They may drop a few small hints to try pulling you back, but if the relationship resumes, it's very likely they will soon return to their old patterns, withdrawing, distancing themselves, and once again making you endure suppressed emotions. Remember, regret means nothing if that person is not willing to change, and you deserve a relationship where emotions are shared, not a place where you constantly have to guess whether the other person truly cares. We have just walked together through the deep truths inside the psyche of those with avoidant attachment. Those who appear cold and indifferent after a breakup, but in reality silently struggle with regret and the fear of being hurt. From suppressing emotions, trying to control everything, hoping you'll pursue them, distracting themselves from the pain, to the fear of rejection that keeps them from reaching out. All are signs of a heart that has never truly healed. And the truth is, you cannot change them, nor can you wait for someone to learn how to love properly when they are still afraid of love itself. But what you can do, and it is the most important thing, is to return to yourself, heal your own heart, and move forward with strength. Because you deserve a complete love, where you don't have to chase or prove your worth. You deserve a relationship where connection comes from both sides, not just from your efforts alone. If you are on the journey of overcoming pain and finding light within your own soul, remember that you are not alone. Thank you for spending your time listening and sharing this space with me. Your presence here is truly precious. If this video touched your heart, leave a small sign by clicking the subscribe button so we can continue this journey of healing, understanding, and emotional growth together. And I would love to hear your thoughts. Leave a comment below, share your story, or simply write a small reflection, because who knows, your story might inspire and heal someone else. Once again, I'm Jim Rohn. Thank you for being here. See you in the next videos where hearts are heard and souls are healed.